What's up, guys? So, as you may know, yesterday I did a original Xbox games collection, and for those of you who watched it, which I don't think many people have watched it, um, I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, so now I'm doing a PS2 games collection. Now I've got so many games, and I actually want to talk a little bit about each one. So, so I'm probably gonna make this into part one and part two, which is probably the first time I'm actually doing this that I can recall. So yeah, let's get started. PES 2008. As you may know, for me, the PES series was at its best on the PlayStation 2 format until it started going out on the next generation consoles. It pretty much got really bad. Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End. I don't know what is wrong with this game, but for some reason on PS3 it's completely different to what it is on PS2. I saw an advert for this game and I thought this game is brilliant. I bought it for PS2, turned out to be a pile of shit. Star Wars Episode 3, love this game, very good game. It's definitely must own if you're a Star Wars fan, and as you can tell, it follows the whole story of Episode 3. Need for Speed Pro Street, not the best of course, but it's an all okay game. Matrix Path of Neo, I've been wanting to get this for a while, but never saw it or never really got around to it. But try playing it now. It's not really the same thing anymore. So yeah. Mission Impossible, Operation Surma or whatever. Absolutely hated this game. Don't know why. I just really did not like it. And yeah, that's pretty much. This is Football 2004. Never played it, so I wouldn't really know. It's actually my older brother's, and he hasn't touched it for years because he's like 22 years old now. So I don't even think he knows he has this. Lego Star Wars, the video game, the first 3 episodes. This is my little brother's, and but it's still fun. I have the complete saga on the PS3, so yeah. Conflict Desert Storm 2. I love the Desert Storm games. The first one was brilliant. The second one pretty good as well. And I don't think there's a third one unless I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah. Harry Potter Goblet of Fire. This is probably at the point where I saw that the Harry Potter games were kind of disintegrating. Up to the point of the third game, it was good until the fourth game came out. Then it turned pretty crap. Spider-Man 2, probably the first Spider-Man since the first two Spider-Mans on PS1 that was actually really good, and it gave you the freedom to actually go in the city and do whatever you want, which is pretty cool. Finding Nemo, unwanted Christmas gift. Well, I wouldn't really say unwanted. It was a pretty good game at the time I played it. I was like 6 years old, so I guess it's alright, but I wouldn't really see myself playing this now. Just Cause, hate this game. I bought it off eBay like a week before Just Cause 2 was released, just to see how it was before I played Just Cause 2, and yeah, I should have never bought it. It is an absolute total piece of crap. Legends of Wrestling 2, really good game. Pretty slow and sluggish. I think this one's not, but the first one is. But it's really good. Now the first one, this is the slow and sluggish one, but it's still pretty damn good. PES 6, according to many people, they say that this was the best PES. To me, it probably was as well. It doesn't work, but yeah. iToy Play 3, very fun game. Had a lot of fun with this, but I don't really play a lot of that anymore. Simpsons Hit Run, I really like how they took the whole GTA style and put it in the Simpsons game and made it into like a spoof type, and it was really fun just to go around stealing cars and stuff. Gran Turismo 3, this was the first game I had on my PS2. It actually came on my PS2 and it was very fun, but I'm not really a fan of Gran Turismo, but it was okay, I guess. Lord of the Rings Return of the King, very good game. Loved it. The story was brilliant. Completed it about 3 or 4 times. It's very good. And the movies, well, I'm not even going to get into the movies, they're pretty good, but long as hell. Lord of the Rings Two Towers, just as good, but not, not better. Next up, the one, the only, Hitman Blood Money. Oh my god, I love this freaking game. It is amazing. Just absolutely brilliant. It is my favourite Hitman game in the series, and yeah, I cannot wait for Hitman Absolution. Just no fucking release date yet. Hopefully we'll find out the final, news we need to know at E3 this year, before the game is released. Jackass the game, pretty good game. If you're a fan of Jackass, then you'll like the game. That's all I gotta say. Hitman Silent Assassin, very good. This was my first Hitman game that I played, and I loved it. And it was really a good start for me in the Hitman series. I didn't really miss much. Let's just say it was a good starting point for me in the Hitman series, and I'm glad that I picked it up. Awesome. Next up, Hitman Contracts. Not as good as the second, and definitely not as good as the third, but it was okay. It was okay. And bear in mind, this isn't actually the first one. This isn't part of the main story. This is like a, how do they call it? I can't remember what they call it, but it's like a, oh god, I can't remember what it's called now. But it's not part of the main story. I thought this was the first one for a long time, but then I realised that the first one was actually only on PC, and it was released back in the year 2000, I think. Godfather the game, just as legendary as the movie. Have to have this in your collection. Manhunt. A lot of people say this is probably one of the most gruesome games you can play on PS2, and they're pretty much right. I would love to see what this is going to turn out like if the third installment hits PS3 systems or next generation systems. The amount of chaos that can come out of that. Max Payne 2, The Fall of Max Payne, awesome game. Can't wait for Max Payne 3 in 2 weeks. Brilliant. Max Payne 1, had a lot of fun with this, as you saw in my Xbox collection, if you saw it. I also have this on Xbox, but it doesn't work. This one works just fine. Warriors, brilliant game, love it. The movie is amazing as well, and it was probably one of my favourite movies from the 70s for me. Reservoir Dogs, if you've watched the movie, it's a very good movie, and the game is just equally as good, but of course games do tend to take a different direction from the movies. Scarface, The World Is Yours, brilliant. It's pretty much like you're playing GTA, but you're Tony Montana, and it's actually more realistic, obviously, because it was released in 2005 or 2006, pardon me. Next up we have Candice Candom Edit, Bully, in other words. Really good game. Another spectacular game by Rockstar. Rockstar did an amazing job with this, and yeah, really loved it, and I cannot wait for the second one. It has been leaked or rumoured that there is going to be a second one. I don't know if that's true. I hope it's true. There not also another Red Dead Redemption or Red Dead Rebellion is what they're calling it, has also been leaked, so I don't know if that's true either, but let's just hope it is. So I think this will do for the first part of the PS2 games collection. I've got a couple more to show you, but I don't think that they will all be able to fit in this video. So yeah, here's part 1. Stay tuned for part 2.